The collective memory of our world is full of stories. Stories of heroes and villains, stories of struggle and of triumph, stories as alike as they are different. In today's book chat, I will be sharing a new story based on tales and characters that are as old as time. I am so excited to tell you all about a brand new book, Lore by Alexandra Bracken. I stumbled onto this book recently and I was totally sucked right in. Let's start with the gorgeous cover. Amazing, right? The image of Medusa, appearing to be made out of marble, perfectly captures the essence of this book. While Medusa herself is not a character, her influence is definitely felt in the story, which does feature many familiar faces from Greek mythology. Laura Perseus was born and raised in New York City, but her world has a side unlike any we've ever seen. Laura's family is part of a secret society of familial lines descended from the heroes of ancient Greece. Think the descendants of Odysseus, Achilles, Hercules, and more. Laura's family is actually descended from Perseus, the slayer of Medusa. These families dedicate their lives to preparing and training hunters to compete in the Aegon. Thousands of years prior to the beginning of this story, Zeus, as punishment for rebellion, commanded that every 7 years, for 7 days, 9 of the Greek gods will walk the earth as mortals, as the hunters attempt to locate and kill them. If one of the hunters is successful in eliminating one of the gods, they take on the powers and immortality of that god. During the last Aegon, Laura's family, all that remained of the Perseids, was brutally murdered by a rival bloodline, leaving Laura alone. As Laura faced the tragic circumstances she had been dealt, she realized that her only option was to walk away from the Aegon and from the world she had grown up in, and to eliminate her bloodline from the hunt. But the pull of her beloved city was too strong, and Laura finds herself front and center for the next Aegon. Before she knows it, she finds herself being pulled right back into the world she had tried so hard to put behind her. On the eve of the Aegon, her childhood friend Castor, who she believed to have died, reappears into her life asking for help. And now Athena, one of the few remaining original gods, has also come to her with a favor to ask, and a proposition she can't turn down. A chance to take revenge on the bloodline that killed her family. Will Lore take up her mantle as a hunter once again? Will she be able to avenge her family's deaths? Will she ever be able to escape the crushing weight of history? You're going to have to read to find out. This book, let me tell you, it was a wild ride. It is nonstop action, violence, and intrigue. If you like a fast-paced read, this one is for you. I will warn that I did get a little confused up front with the differences between the old gods and the new gods and the heroes from which the bloodlines descended. But once I kind of put it all together and understood the community structure, I was all in on this book. I've seen a lot of reviews call it a cross between Percy Jackson and the Hunger Games. It definitely had Hunger Games vibes. But as for the Percy Jackson part, well, confession time. I've never read Percy Jackson or any Rick Riordan book for that matter. I know, sacrilege. I didn't do it on purpose, it just is what it is. So I can't confirm for sure that this has Percy Jackson vibes, but it definitely invokes Greek mythology heavily in a modern setting. So take from that what you will. This book is a standalone, which I feel is almost unheard of in the current YA fantasy landscape. And it definitely gives you enough time to get into this world and experience it while also tying it up in a satisfying way. Although I definitely wouldn't say no to some novellas or short stories set in this world. There are some side characters who I just adored. If you think this book sounds like something you just have to read, well, you are in luck. We do have a copy available immediately in Mac and Via. And if that's checked out, it's also available from the public library through Hoopla. I definitely hope you'll give this one a chance because it was a good time. I look forward to seeing and meeting some of you as we return to the building for hybrid learning. But don't worry, Miss Cody and I will still be bringing you all of the great digital content you love on Instagram, Twitter, and in Schoology. Please feel free to make an appointment with us or send an email if we can be of help to you in any way. Also, please stay tuned in Advisory, where we will be rolling out our new hybrid library procedures as well as some updates to our current distance library procedures. That's all for today. I will see you next time. Bye!